Alright. Hello once again, everyone. I'm back with more Solar Ash. Because now that I've started playing this game again, I can't get it out of my goddamn head. Also, it's a Friday, and tomorrow is a very special day, and I have no idea what my streaming is going to be like on Sunday, so I figure I might as well just get this out of the way now. Have a little stream of Solar Ash in case I can't do that at all this weekend. We will see what happens. But yeah, I'm back. And while I was tooling around trying to find stuff, I found a final void cache. Let's go ahead and crack that open.
This place has seen more than one tragedy. Like, I've read books about the populations of entire planets blinking out of existence, with only the husks of Dross harvesters in the place of once thriving societies. I don't think anyone has ever seen a Dross mid-harvest. If only my professors could see this. Looks like the Baruki managed to stop this matriarch, but there would have been more coming. My boosters keep malfunctioning at the worst times. I was focused on repairing them and realized the chunk of land I was sitting on had drifted from the larger mass of cloud matter. Talk about panic. I'm gonna rest on this bridge while I catch my breath.
And that is the end of Verse's story. As a result,
I'm
you get
so
a suit.
sorry, Verse. I'll find out why this happened to you.
So Redshift Steeplechase fucking rules. First of all, the name is just fantastic, but second of all, it is a greatly reduced cooldown on your boosters. And that is so good. It is pretty much the suit that you will use if you want to speedrun this game, unless you're doing a New Game Plus run. Then there is another suit that you will use, which I've already kind of shown off, and you use that suit because it has every suit's powers. But there's also another thing that I was missing out here. Something that I actually went to and then just completely skipped around because I wasn't actually thinking about where I needed to go. But it is up there with the Dross Matriarch. So we are going to have to do a little bit of platforming to get up there. Which is fine by me, because once we've done that, then we can basically finish off this area. I say basically because there is one more thing that we need to do. But that can wait. Oh, what do you mean that can wait all the 5 seconds while I go do it after I've done this next one? Anyway, up here we go. Not much platforming, but enough. Enough to be considered. Here's where I wanted to go. Here's where I was supposed to have gone. Friend.
You treacherous pile of scrap. This is your fault.
Whatever this thing is, I don't think it's been operational for a long time.
He wasn't supposed to be here when the bombs went off. I didn't know. Please.
Maybe he's not here. Any idea where else he could be?
Wait, no. That's not right. Of course. He's waiting for me. How could I have forgotten?
Wait, now you remember where he is?
He's waiting in the place we first met. Under the sacred tree in the forest altar. Across the Iron Root Basin Bridge. He has to be there.
And there we go. We have our final destination, Iron Root Basin. It's the big old tree. Ah, shit. Gravity, you fucked me. The old tree is fairly easy to get to, we just had to get across the bridge. And we have actually already been there. I tried to get in there before, but I completely forgot that you need to actually do all of the bits of Lyris's quest.
This must be the forest altar that Lyris mentioned.
That's fine. That's easy enough. Da-da-da. And here we go.
Boris, I can't. I miss you too much. Everything I did for us. Please, forgive me.
This must be who she was looking for.
I should have listened to you, my love. There could have been another way. The cost, it was too great.
Lyris, they're gone. But you're still here.
You're real. I've been here before. Yes, so many times. To feel this pain, it's unbearable.
I'm sorry this happened to your people. But you have to move on.
The weight of it. You can't imagine. I've lost everything. I can't move on. No matter how much I try, this place won't let me remember. I want peace. In that way, I envy him. I want to be with him.
If I get my way, you won't have to. I wonder how many times she's been here before. The Ultra Void must be messing with her memory.
As I said last stream, and I believe the stream before that, this isn't exactly a game with happy endings. It's also a game with complete bastard enemies that I hate so much. But that is completely unrelated. Lyris's story definitely hits hard as someone who has had moments where it's like, hey, what happened to the love of my life, who I'm in a long-distance relationship with? Where have they gone? They're probably fine, but I won't stop worrying until I hear something from them. Oh god, what if something happened? And, yeah. Have that trauma repeated over and over again, and also kind of knowing that you know what happened to them, but you are repressing the memory because you can't face it. It's a bit fucked up. A bit fucked up. Anyway. Right now I'm just tooling around, making sure I grab as much plasma as I can. We are pretty close to 3,000, but we still have a little ways to go, and I want to bank as much as possible, because the next time that we see Echo, that lovely 5th slot is going to go right back to not being there. So, grab as much as I can. But I should probably stop fucking around. We got places to be. And a stream title to fulfill. Our next destination, out here in the Broken Capital. You can see by that big glowing red line in the sky, we have a new area we can open up. Go do that. And you can pretty immediately tell what the theme of this area is.
Please, don't interrupt our connection. Please, Biotic. Time is short. We're woefully unprepared. We must draw energies for the road ahead.
Road? What road? The only thing out there is death.
We must reach all the stations, receive the wisdom of the elders. My final day among the living draws short. My final day as myself.
What connection?
The Mycelium network is the source of all knowledge. The elders know all.
Then let me speak to your elders. Countless lives are at stake.
Biotic? Speaking with the elders. Marvelous idea. Especially the part where you leave me alone.
Do you know about the remnants? Do your elders know where they came from?
The elders know all.
Where can I find the elders?
Not here. Not here. Our hovel is just down the road, next to the Whispering Sanctum. Easier to answer questions in the comfort of one's home.
All right, Arik. I'm going to talk to the elders. I'll let you know how it goes.
Wait! Recite the Spore Song blessings to be granted audience with the elders. And, they'll probably think you're me, which is for the best. Elders who dream in crepuscular infinity, part the eternal veil and enlighten me.
Spore song. Got it.
Oh. We might finally get some goddamn houses in this game. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Just have to talk to a bunch of elders. I can do that. Anyway, that is the core gimmick of this area. Smack this weird red spore thing, you go out to the matching color spore thing, it opens the door. We have solved the puzzle. This area is a lot more kind of using the environment around you to unlock further progress. A lot more than the other ones were, which was just kind of like, you can go wherever and do whatever, and nothing is really going to stop you except for the dangerous things. Wow, I never actually noticed this over here. That's cool. Anyway, yeah, this area very much a bit more puzzle oriented than the last ones, but not much more.
Lovely.
And that's our friend for the area. You might notice that they're all the way up there, and we have currently no way of getting there. That's probably fine. We'll find a way. Much like life, we will always find a way. really like this area both in concept and also in just kind of vibes.
This structure looks undamaged. Was it built inside the Ultra Void?
Because as Ray
How
has
is
just
that
figured
possible?
out, decay exists as an extant form of life. And this area is all about that
I've got to
concept.
say,
And it rules, and I love it.
Critical systems offline. Repair network to resume functionality. Anomalous power sources detected. Sending location data to your multi-tool.
And here we are. We have Ark, a dark pilgrimage, and the Eternal
Network
Garden.
interference detected. Loading emergency services.
Oh, hey, we have enough for the final shield cell. Let's go. Brilliant.
Finished installation. How can we help you?
I'll get you back online, Sid.
So, we have a whole bunch of things that we can go for. You can see that we actually have 5 areas that, or 5... what's the word for them again? Nodes, I guess? Yeah, let's go with nodes. We have to break. And one of them is fairly close by. Just around the corner. What do you mean, up there? But this tends to be my first stop when I get in here. Run in, hit the things. I unlock the various bits. And this is honestly a really good way of just introducing you to a lot of the concepts you'll be exploring in a bit more detail as you wander around. So, definitely recommend hitting up this area first. Signposted very well. Be kind of your first area, you know? One. Where? And you can see over here we have 3 of them. Leads to a place a little bit further down. We'll get to. First, gotta grab this. That. And I also gotta grab that again. Grab this. Ew. Down here. Well, first of all, you can see that out there, which we'll get to shortly. Second of all, we have this big bite. It has a ton of health, it turns out. Jesus. I did not remember how much health they had. Goodness. But also, we got this. That is the final bit that we're going to need to actually progress elsewhere. First things first. Race all the way back to where we were. Jump over this because time waster. Get stuck on the door anyway. And get stopped by the fucking slime. Goddamn slime. Let's try that again. This time with less flame without failing. I said with less, not with none. There must always be some. There we go. First of all, we need to go grab it again. Grab that. And we're also going to need the yellow one. But first of all, I'm going to go ahead and take care of this. One now dealt with. Hello, Shadow. Yeah, no, this game
I'll never be clean.
is really, really good, but as I mentioned in the very first stream, actually, it kind of kneecapped itself a little bit because it was a I think PS4, maybe PS5 exclusive, and also an Epic Store exclusive. And then by the time it actually came out on Steam, everyone just kind of forgot about it, which sucks because this game is amazing and I really enjoy it.
When as in strands mycelia grows, then my spores how sweetly flow, that liquefaction of thy molds.
Well, Arik is creating love poems for the mushrooms. That's probably fine. Oh, nothing bad can come bad. Right. Okay, there we go. That was always a bit rough because you have longer than you think you do, but not that long to get that.
Just stay focused, Ray. You've been in darker places than this.
And we are now fully dark. This one I actually tend to leave last in terms of the nodes, but also it's very much an interesting one to go just kind of go for right at the end, or right at the beginning rather. And doing it like this does make a fair bit of sense, I suppose, because you're right here, you might as well do. Yeah, I mean, it's not just that it was a death sentence, it's just like any kind of interest that a lot of people had in it was just kind of countered by the fact that Epic Games is just shady at best and incredibly monopolist. They want to make a monopoly like Steam does, which, fair enough, more competitors to Steam, but also Epic Games. They're no good. They're no good. We don't like them. And yeah, by the time it came out on Steam, it was months had passed. People had basically just forgotten that a game existed, unfortunately. Which, again, real shame because this game is really, really good. It's made by the people who did Hyper Light Drifter, as you can probably tell by everything. Like the music, the general art style, it's all incredibly similar. But in a good way. Like, everything feels really cohesive. I like it a lot. Where am I going? Well, first of all, I guess I'm doing this. No. Definitely can't do that. I think I remember how to do it. But first of all, I do actually want to go out this way, because there is stuff over here. There is very specific stuff over here, in fact. I should say as well, earlier this week I actually tried to do the speedrun achievement for this game. Oh, fuck that one up, didn't I? Yeah, I went for the speedrun of this game, which is completed in under 3 hours. And right now, I have the final bit to do, and I am sitting at 2 hours and 17 minutes. So I'm probably gonna get it. It's just finding the motivation to get over that final little bit, because it takes a while. But it was also a good refresher for the stream as well, to kind of get used to the areas I hadn't done yet, like figure out the quickest way around them. We got red. What will red do for us? Red will give us this.
Oh, felicity to be set free from the cycle's cold duplicity. Like death cap, which does split and splay, the biotic form of yesterday. To eat the living so it can grow is the only life it knows. For it will one day too be primordial stew for something new.
Yeah, no. I have said this in previous streams, but this game just feels so much fun to play. Like, just the movement, the controls, everything just flows together so well. And it's great, because otherwise this game is such a fucking bummer. Just in terms of its story. One moment.
There is poetry to this place. The reaches of the universe, collected and working in concert, living their eternal rest in harmony. Is this a guiding hand? We came to destroy this void, but I do not wish to destroy a place of such beauty. Those of simple minds are at a junction. Tufty has given up on the start. Gozam seeks to tuck tail and run. They think too small. Our work here is not yet done.
I don't know what you're up to, Pyatt. But we can sort this out.
So Pyatt is an interesting kind of guy. I will say that much. We'll get a lot more of his story as time goes on, but he is fascinating for a whole lot of reasons, and very few of them are good. I will say is that the crew of the Void Runners that got here
Should be easier to get back this way.
had very differing opinions on how best to do that. Or rather, how best to solve the problem. I give up. Oh. Yeah, you can say that again. Yeah, all of the Void Runner crew came into the Ultra Void with the intention of destroying it. At least that was their intended. Things have very much changed because the Ultra Void is very much not destroyed because we are currently walking through the Ultra Void. But the reasons that everyone has for not doing that are very interesting and very varied.
What were you? And why were you here?
Speaking of very interesting and very varied,
This must be one of the Umbra Elders. How does the Spore Song go?
elders who dream
Elders who dream?
in crypts. Infinity.
In crepuscular infinity.
Part the eternal veil.
Part the eternal veil.
And enlighten me.
And enlighten me? Elders who dream in crepuscular infinity? Part the eternal veil? And enlighten me?
I am the speaker for the silent. I died 27 cycles ago. My fingers entwined with my beloveds. I am Umbra. You reach out again, but have yet to spread your roots in the heart of another.
Don't they know there's no one around to spread roots with?
Umbra must engage in communion to achieve diffusion across the great gradient of selves beyond. Wait. You are not Auric. No, you are a soul that stands apart from their oneness, who loves naught but their own ends. Your quest does not concern us.
Have you heard of the being called Echo? Can you tell me anything about them? Please. Lives are at stake.
Curious. I will ask the Silent Ones if they know the origins of the entity of which you speak. Ah. Yes, we have seen endless cycles of their fruitless struggle. They have been removed from the cycles of life and death. However, we hear whispers from the ground that they smell of Null. You smell of Null as well. The Silent Ones can offer you nothing but contempt. I must comfort them. Leave this place.
So that was one of the elders. And they are all completely fucking weird like that. And I love them. As I said when we got here, this place is very interested in the phrase decay exists as an extant form of life. And it really loves to get weird. And that's great. Like, genuinely, that is fantastic. I love it when games just explore the super weird stuff that comes with fungi and other such things. Like, it's really interesting to see it explored, especially in the context of death all around. Because yes, this is exactly where Mycelium would thrive. It lives on the dead, constantly.
Looks like an Umbra Elder.
Yes, we do have to do this for every single elder that we encounter.
Elders who dream in crepuscular infinity. Part the eternal veil and enlighten me. Elders who dream in crepuscular infinity. Part the eternal veil and enlighten me.
I am the keeper of the rites. I died 10,044 cycles ago, whispering a prayer. I am Umbra. Your incantations are practiced and precise. You know the rites. But we see you don't understand the rites. They aren't just words spoken. What is spoken must become action. You shirk responsibility like an impudent spawning. Why do you refuse to join us in oneness, Auric? Forsooth, you are not Auric. You are a soul separated from their time, space, selves, home. Leave us, fiend, and never return.
I'm a stranger here, yes, but I'm no fiend. Do you know where the remnants came from?
An unorthodox request. I will grant you audience. I will consult the network on the origins of the malignant forces of which you speak. Yes, we have seen the growing piles of swollen dividing masses. They murmur doubts that your question is genuine. You are not all you appear to be. Your existence is a profanity. Go now, supplicant, and do not darken our path evermore.
But we've gone from about 30 years dead to 10 millennia. And I love how the voice actors really lean into that. Yeah, like, fungi in general, just so fascinating and so completely fucked up when you think about them. Like, the fucking Tumblr post of "you cannot kill me in any way that matters" is true. You pick a mushroom, you still have like 5 miles of fungal colony underneath that mushroom, and there is basically nothing you can really do to kill it. Like, it's fascinating. They are everywhere, they're all around us. They are stubborn as shit, and they are weird as shit, and it's great. Now, like, the force of decay and entropy in the world that isn't named oxygen. Fascinating. I mean, Eldritch in the sense that we do not have any kind of fundamental understanding of them, yes. Not so much Eldritch in the they should not be, because they are, and they have been here a good bit longer than we have. So we kind of just have to get used to that fact. Anyway, there is a Void Runner sigil down there, which means we have ourselves a cache. Means that we get to learn more about Pyatt and his unique fascination with this place. Yeah, Ray does a fantastic job. Like, her voice actor is incredible. Sid, who you will see later, Shadow, also does a really good job. Some of Sid's interactions with Ray are honestly just my favorite because Sid's voice actor just gets to have fun with it. But Ray does a superb job. She is fantastic.
These bones, ancient and colossal, they are from someplace out of space and time, someplace greater than our own. I think these creatures were worshipped. I walk among a graveyard of gods. The team has readied their conduits. Even as our communications fail us, I can feel the starseed's power growing, its vibrations intensifying. I can barely contain the jubilation.
Things seem to be going well for Pyatt. Hope I can get in touch.
Yeah, Pyatt's a very interesting one, because, yeah, as you can see there, which was very clearly before, or recorded before we got to the whole fuck this starseed nonsense, let's keep this place. He was as much a true believer in the cause as anyone else, perhaps even more so because he just was in awe of the place that, or rather of the technology that was in place to make it happen. Like, it's honestly kind of fascinating how that perception can just shift. Okay, so there's something I need to do with this, and I forget exactly what steps I need to take. I'm pretty sure I need blue. Is that correct? I'm pretty sure. Because when you speedrun this game, all you need to do is hit the nodes. Like, that's it. That's the only thing that matters here. And this does not have anything to do with the nodes, so you can safely ignore it. Yeah, like, Pyatt especially is like that, but the others all have their own reasons for doing what they do. Like, Pyatt is the third of the three that we encounter. Before that, we had Tufty. Or not Tufty, we had Verse, who was very much the young rookie of the team, full of just anger and frustration about how badly things were going for everyone and everything. And before that, we had Tufty, who was kind of like the grizzled, I've been here, I've done that, this is my one last chance to make good kind of guy. And it all had very different perspectives on how the Ultra Void was and what it was doing. Like, they both ultimately saw it as a force that needed to be destroyed to save their planet. But at the same time, they came at it from very different angles. Tufty was like, I have to do this. This is my chance to save everything. I've been in wars and I've seen the horrors of what war can do. Whereas Verse, who does not have that kind of life experience, is very much, why is this happening? Why did no one try to stop this? Why did our leaders fail us? And why am I the only hope left now? This is unfair, and I want to rage about it, but I can't, because I have a job to do. But yeah, the characterization is just fantastic in this game. Every single person that you come across has unique ways of approaching the situation they are in, and outlooks on it, and it's just superbly done. It really is. Like, I cannot praise the writing in this game enough. It is so good. Yeah, what I will say is that Pyatt may very much seem like the reason things went wrong. It's a little bit more complicated than that. There's always complications and twists and turns to the story. Pyatt does kind of raise an interesting point, because what we have here are essentially just the last remnants of these beautiful, incredible cultures. And if the Ultra Void is destroyed, then so are all of the cultures around them that have, you know, found their way here. Like, in its own strange way, it is this beautiful time capsule and memorial, basically, to a bunch of dead planets and civilizations and cultures that will otherwise wind up forgotten, wind up just gone from the universe. It is not an inherently evil thing, it just is.
Another anomaly destroyed.
And are we really right to destroy that just because it is threatening us, you know? That's interesting. Anyway. So, I actually have a thing to do before I can really go mucking about with that node. There's a little bit of prep that we need to do for this one. There we go. But now we should be good. And easy. Easy when you know how. That is us at like 4 out of 5, I think? I think we're pretty close to actually getting to the like, end point here, but we have so much more to do. And yeah, I very much agree, like, when they have very clearly, like, realized something that the others refuse to realize, and, like, just are trying to express that but can't put it into proper words, there is something very fascinating about that, but also very tragic, because if they could just make the others understand, then maybe things could change, but also that's kind of the inherent tragedy of it, is they won't listen because they are so certain of what they think they need to do. But on the other hand, so is the other person. Because how could these people not realize what they have realized? Clearly there must be something wrong with them. And they just see past each other all the time. That's interesting. That's good character conflict. But at the same time, all of these stories are also being told in the past tense, so who won and who lost is ultimately not really something you get to know. It's something you can probably piece together with time, but like, yeah. Anyway. Also, I love Ray's reactions to this stuff. We're just like, ugh. Ugh, why do I have this? Stop giving me this. Why am I putting this on my body and carrying it around with me? It is wrong and I don't like it. Ray has a lot of very just cute interactions like that. It's great voice acting, once again. And there we go. Beast is awake. But we still have to get up to it. So thankfully it's not actually that bad. Just need to roll on over to another roll place, but we'll get to that when we get to that. I have that, which is taunting me. And I need to figure out how to get up to it again. Yeah, one of my favorite things about Ray is just her little reactions to things. Like, when she breaks the big, like, plasma rock, she'll do a little chuckle to herself, and it'll just a triumphant little heh. It's great. Like, Ray is fantastic. Ray, Sid, the whole goddamn gang. Speaking of which, here's Ray. Or Sid.
Network interference detected. Loading emergency services.
Yeah, no, this is very Shadow of the Colossus, but kind of slightly more puzzly, but also slightly more just kind of like time-based platformy. It's very good.
Can you scan for Void Runner caches in the sector?
Scanning. There are 3 unrecovered Void Runner logs in this sector. How can we help you?
I'll get you back online, Sid.
Okay. So I'm pretty sure I know where one of them is. Actually, kind of over this way. You don't actually have any reason to go over this way if you're just kind of going for the events. Ah! Piss! Shit! Balls! Well, that's on me for ignoring the enemies. God, Fitz. Thankfully, this Sid does not make any kind of terrible, terrible jokes that I know of. Or talk about their meat. I don't think Sid has meat. Here we go. I have not Actually, no, I think I have.
This place.
Vaguely.
This glorious place. I can still hear the choir's echoing praise. I can still smell the sacred incense. The roots of this growth were set down long ago. But I taste its fruit now. Today. Tufty thinks she can control the star seed with careful calculations and measurements. But the only way to unlock the star seed's power is to surrender to it. We must feed it everything we have if we want to be saved.
Feed it everything. Is that what it takes to activate the starseed?
Yeah, that's what I thought you meant, Shadow. Because, like, as I was saying, I don't remember it. Suddenly, the memory just kind of kicked in. I was like, oh, yeah, I actually do remember that. I just forgot that I knew it. Okay, so that's 3 down, 2 to go. Let us see what we can see. Ah, this is Arek's hovel. And
These look
bones.
like bones from some weird biped alien. Only has 2 eyes. That's sad.
Oh. Fuck you too, Ray. Bramberly.
I'm not sure what's in these packages. But I'm glad they're staying wrapped.
Darrelled.
Oh, it's you.
What do you do here exactly?
I'm just a gardener, tending to the Mycelium network that connects the void to the infinite beyond. At least, until today. I'm supposed to complete the ritual today, so the eternal cycle can continue. You see that unhatched sporling? It will replace me, until one day it too completes the ritual. Such is our way.
You don't seem too happy about this ritual, Arik.
You're leaving now, right?
I love Arek. He's so polite and yet so completely awful.
Where are the rest of your people?
My people are Umbra, collectors of lost souls in the void, wardens of the eternal cycle. Only I remain to tend the garden. The rest have joined the Mycelium network.
I'm so sorry. Your people are all gone? You're all alone out here?
We are void natives, not biotics like you. Fungi, pushing through the loam to enforce the eternal cycle. Life to death, to life. To defy that is our ultimate taboo.
So Arek and his people are pretty much the counter-argument to destroying the void. Or the Ultra Void, because they are native to it. They have lived here the entire time. They essentially turn the fragments of dead planets into part of the Ultra Void, and through it create new life. Like, they have symbiosis with the giant fucking black hole.
I don't think I could ever accept losing someone I loved the way you do.
Also, Mushroom Heaven is real, and they can talk to the ghosts of the people that they've lost anytime they want.
You're leaving now, right?
And honestly, God, I want to talk about what this reminds me of, but that's also like huge Final Fantasy XIV spoilers. But if you know, then you know.
Where can I find these elders, exactly?
The tender sits beside a lake of lava, far from here. A trip across the void. And from there, the collector is in the graveyard, at the top of the lava ball that feeds the lake. And the antecedent, the eldest of all, well, only go there last, after you have spoken to the others. She sits in a crystal palace, buried deep inside an island in the lava lake. When it is time, I'll meet you there.
Yeah, no, that's totally fine, Shadow. You do what you need to do. I don't mind.
Thanks, Auric.
I am streaming this more for me than for anyone else, but also I just want people to get eyes on this game and go, wow, this is cool, I want to get it. Like, that's the entire point of why I'm streaming this, aside from the fact that it's just burrowed its way back into my brain.
You're leaving now, right?
Sorry to bother you.
Okay. Please, just go.
Eric is extremely relatable, though.
Mushroom, saprophyte. In the shadows of the night, what decaying limb or eye could feed thy moral symmetry?
Good try, Eric. Good try. Oh. Hey.
Guess this is one way to pass the time in the Ultra Void.
I now know that I am no longer on my own world. Maybe I died, and this is the afterlife. I'm lucky to have made a friend. He has shown me how to grow things on this world. Regular plants do not grow here, but fungus still does. Tarragon Dandapause.
Tarragon goddamn Dandapause has got here before us and figured out that he is no longer on his planet. Yeah, Auric has better poems, I will say that. We've heard a couple of them. That one was clearly a first draft still, I think. Oh well. So, I still have 2 more void suits to fill. Or 2 more void runner caches, rather. Get the suit. And I just found one of them. That symbol is hard to miss. Oh, but that's a rude one to get to. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Alright, I can do that. Be a bit of a race, but I can figure it out. And I have the suit for racing, so I'll be alright. Oh, nice.
We spend so much time fearing this void, villainizing it. But in here, I see all of this diversity, beauty. So many parts of the universe bonded by destiny. Holy places have a resonance to them, a resonance I am well familiar with, and this place positively vibrates with it. I was chosen to walk among these clouds. I believe. Yes, it is only fitting to place the starseed conduit at the foot of this shrine.
Hyatt must be close.
Yeah, Pite's pretty fucking close. I Just need to figure out how to get to him again. I'm sure there's a way. I know there's a way. I've done this before. I just don't remember how. I figured it out. Haha!
Wyatt, what did you do?
The neophyte has heeded my wisdom. We shall see the starseed's glory in full relief. From the moment Tufty unearthed that ancient artifact, Hope's seed was planted. Now, we see destiny fulfilled. The end of our time, the beginning of a new one. It shines brighter than I could have imagined. To bathe in its scintillating rays at the end of the world is to experience the divine. Take us, Starseed, and grant our people safe passage. I have waited my whole life for the joy of revelation. Finally, here at the end, I feel it.
Engine robber. The suit regains shield energy when enemies are destroyed.
If I find the rest of his logs, maybe I'll get the answer.
So, that is what Pyatt was intending to do. Not to destroy the Starseed, but essentially to give himself to it. And not to destroy the Ultra Void, but to grant his people safe passage through it. To emerge on the other side and to live in it, basically. Because he realized very, very quickly you cannot and kind of should not destroy this place. But, a little bit late for that now. Buy it anyway. Let's go deal with that problem. Also, the engine rubber suit is so goddamn cool. Purple and gold is such a good combination. Okay. So, same story as with the smaller ones. Hit the things. Do damage. Pull the chain. When I was doing my speed run for the achievement, this boss is the one that gave me the most trouble. Not for any particular reason, just stupid mistakes that I kept making. We'll see if I keep making them this time.
I think it's scared.
I mean, we do keep stabbing it in the brain. I think that's a valid reason for it to be scared. Yeah, you can really tell that this game wears its influences on its sleeve, because this is Shadow of Colossus as fuck. a lot snappier than Shadow of Colossus. Feels a lot better to just control. But still very much in that vein. I say feels better, I should say feels snappy. Because Shadow of Colossus' control system is very deliberate. Oh, that is the one that always gets me. First try, baby!
This again?
This again.
I see so many of you. You blur together. You've taken no heed of my warnings.
If you could stop me, you would have by now.
I cannot stop you. I can cause you pain. There are many ways to hurt someone. Even more ways to hurt oneself. Continue down this path, and you will suffer. Like me. Or worse.
So that was Echo. Echo is decidedly not chill with what we are doing, but it's probably fine. Also, the remnant that we killed crashed into the planet. Or Ultra Void. It's here now.
Ray, you look exhausted. Are you sure you are feeling okay?
Anyway, this is Sid. This is the best character in the game.
I'm fine. You can stop asking me that.
Sorry. You are our highest priority. We were sent here to activate the Starseed, and you might be the last chance we have. What we meant to say is, we care about you. Helping you is no problem.
I'm sorry, Sid. I should have snapped at you. But I'm not doing so good. Everything here is dead or dying. Can't get that out of my head. Sid, I don't know what I would do without you.
Welcome back, Ray. What can we do for you?
Something must have gone wrong. Another Void Runner. Lost. I found Pyatt's body.
I love the way that Sid just silently reacts to it.
Poor Pyatt. We are attempting to recall a memory fragment. Perhaps we are mistaken, but we believe he was exuberant. He said something like, "The laws of equivalent exchange will set things right." Yes, that's right. He wanted to know if our processor was complex enough to understand the true power of the Starseed, and why he came here. We wish we could remember more.
Pyatt was doing alchemy, along with a lot of other things. Verse referred to him as a crystal healing, and then some other things which were perhaps better left unsaid. But Verse is a very angry man.
True power. Can the Starseed do more than just collapse the Ultra Void?
Uncertain. But void tech is a relatively unexplored technology, and despite our best efforts, unpredictable. Perhaps Pyatt knew more than he revealed. That was his way. It is productive to remember. Did our story comfort you?
No, not really, Sid. But thanks for trying.
Okay.
Bye, Sid.
Yeah, Sid rules. I love that they got the voice actor to imitate all of the Void Runner crew. And they do such a great job of it, like, genuinely, really good stuff. Just getting the mannerisms down pat is great. All the VAs in this game do an incredible job, but Sid, I think, has probably the most difficult task of all, which is imitating everyone else. That takes some skill. Anyway, we could go back all the way through the Broken Capital, but fuck that. I have a teleport and I'm going to use it. And Sid is here with us as well. So something I should mention, Sid is non-binary, they use they, them, specifically because there are multiple of them. They basically consider all of their, like, constituent appearances across the pads as, like, separate selves, and so they basically just say, yeah, just use they, them, that's best for us. It's also why they tend to use we a lot, instead of I. Yeah. Just cool Sid things. No, thank you. I know that I have the suit that specifically gives me health from hitting things, but I would prefer to avoid just getting hit at all where possible. That would be ideal. I need to figure out... Oh! I figured it out. This one always kind of messes with me, because I can never quite remember where it is. All the other entrances I'm fine with, I can figure out. This one gets me every time. I just kind of luck into finding it. Anyway. New zone. Really fucking cool zone with a lot of interesting gimmicks and danger. Also really annoying zone with an absolutely terrible gimmick that I hate, and it's here.
Even the water here is hazardous because, of course it is.
So, the gimmick with this water, as soon as you touch it, that little bar pops up at the bottom of your screen. If you are touching the water at all, when it turns red, you immediately go poof and die. And you are sent back to the nearest point with a point of health lost. And that thing takes a while to go away, so you just kind of had to sit there, and it's really frustrating. But at the same time, it is also incredibly satisfying when you can make it just skipping lightly across the water like a stone and just barely getting around it.
Whoa.
Like, I don't like the mechanic, but it is very satisfying to figure out and work your way around. And it frustrates me that developers probably knew that and put just enough points.
Of the FCSU Calagon. You are interrupting a highly restricted military operation. Please exit the area or prepare to be fired upon.
Hold on. I'm a void runner. I'm looking for anomalies in the area. Maybe we could work together.
A void runner? How auspicious. You know about the anomalies? Do you swear fealty to First Citizen Dungeness Pertinax?
I don't even know who that is.
You don't know the First Citizen? The humble ruler of Cyclodoria. They live a simple life and value wisdom and equanimity above all else. They ensure the wealth of our people is used to keep all galaxies safe and cared for.
I don't know who they are, and I'm not interested in joining their club.
You may not follow them, but are you an ally of the First Citizen?
Sure.
Good. Rock up and meet me on the bridge of the FCSU Calagon. We need to discuss these anomalies.
So Ames is up there. We have a bit of a climb ahead of us in order to actually get to him, but I've been looking forward to meeting Ames because he is a character. And his design also just fucking ruled. I really like it. Anyway, I just need to take care of a couple of things in the background, so I will be back in a couple of minutes. I'll see you then. Okay, that is me back. I unfortunately have a bit of bad news. My wife is looking very comfortable in bed, and that can only mean one thing. She's intending to sleep at some point in the near future. But we'll see how far we can get until then. I do intend to make at least a little bit of progress in this area. Get a couple of things going. Oh goodness, this is... The camera is not liking what I'm doing here. That's fine. The camera doesn't have to like it, it just has to deal with doing it. Alright, so first things first, let's get up here? Where?
Power's off.
Boing. So you don't actually have to jump when you hit those bounce pads. They will just automatically bounce you. In fact, do not jump on them, because you will immediately double jump and ruin any momentum that you would have got from them. Also, once again, Rey having great little character flourishes. Triumphant little laugh as she is launched into the air. The situation may be grim, but Rey fucking loves just doing what she do. She loves going fast, she loves jumping high, she just adores being a Void Runner. That's great. Not all grim, not all dark. There's just a lot of it that is.
I don't think I can fix this. Should I break it?
There we go. We got a couple of ways we can go now. This way, I believe, is up to a little secret, or perhaps it isn't. I don't actually remember. No, this is in fact progress. Do I want to go to progress? You know what? Fuck it. Let's see what this path brings us. I don't actually remember going here the last time I did my little speed run. Fun. I wonder why that is. I think it was just a little bit of a bonus, but like a little bit of a bonus. Yeah, there we go. Oh no! I was too busy looking at chat. Saved it. I'm the greatest gamer who ever lived. I don't know why my wife decided to laugh at that. It's clearly true. Because I just did it again, motherfucker! Twice in a lifetime, baby! Okay. Let's stop fucking around. I say immediately fucking around. But not finding out because I'm a god gamer. Okay. We got a couple of ways that we can go. We can go up this way, which is progress. Or we could go around that way, which has a Void Runner sigil. Let's do that first. I am not surprised that you hear her giggling. She was not subtle about it.
Sam, no.
Anyway, got another one.
Finding this ship was a fool's errand. Now that it looks like it's ready to blow, Tufty must have miscalculated. I doubt anyone has joined the kid at the rendezvous at the base of the Star Seat. I need to gather them all and jet out of here before this place gets blown to high hell. Wait. Something's happening. It's activating. My God. What have...
Sam, I wish you were still here. I'm going to fix this.
Ooh. I was silent there because I was actively trying not to fuck up. And I had to concentrate. Yeah, this area is a really great test of your skills and abilities with, first of all, grinding, and second of all, just platforming in general. Which is why I really like this area, despite the fact that one of the gimmicks is just arse, and I hate that. But for the most part, really, really good. I like it a lot. There we go. Yeah, despite all that height, not all that hard to actually get up here, if you had the skills. Grimclaw's Special Brew. Do not touch.
Looks like it's on the fritz.
Yeah, a little bit on the fritz. Well, at least they tried. Anyway, time to meet Ames. It's, pretty big.
Ah, Void Runner. You may not swear fealty to our first citizen, but I appreciate you coming to help. I carry with me some grave intel. We had been on a mission to tactfully acquire resources from neighboring planets. When we returned home, or at least where home used to be, all we found was this treacherous void.
My help.
Initial scans show no signs of life, but we received a distress signal. Our first citizen, our guiding light, Dungeness Pertinax, must have helped everyone escape or find safety, but we can't locate them. They have gone missing. I have dispatched 4 highly skilled away teams to find them. Unfortunately, the away teams have also gone missing. I fear they have crashed due to the unpredictable gravity and anomalies in this cursed abyss.
You want me to?
We must find the first citizen. They would have done everything to ensure the safety of our people, for they live a simple life free from greed and full of wisdom. Truly, they are the only one fit to justly rule over the kingdom. I need you to hit the silt and find my away teams. Recover their intel. Help me ensure the safety of First Citizen Dungeness Pertinax and all of Cyclodoria.
So Ames is a patriot. A true believer in the cause and the Empire. And good lord, does he love the sound of his own voice. But you know what he loves more than the sound of his own voice? The First Citizen, Dungeness Pertinax. God, this game's so fucking pretty. Oh my goodness. Like, I love when you just get a chance to soak it in like that, and the game basically just says, look at this incredibly beautiful world. Gaze at it, drink it in, damn you. And I do drink it in. Because I am a sucker for a pretty vista. An absolute sucker. Yeah. Eh. Nobody saw that. I'm cool. I'm still cool and wonderful, and everybody loves me. So these ones have a timer. They will run out eventually. Don't fucking let them run out. Just hit them all in time and you'll be fine. Where? There we go. once again, this is probably one of the prettiest areas in the entire game, just because it is
Is that one of
so
Ames's ships?
absolutely buck wild in how it just looks. And the way that it's laid out as well. You got the gloriously open sky, you've got the planet starting to crack in the background, you've got all of this verticality and just vistas. It's just, oh, beautiful. And yes, the movement is so well done. Like, it is superb. It is, oh, I love it. Anyway, Ames's crew is dead. Or disrobed. These are actually very neatly laid out. But I don't see where they could have... Oh. I see. So, you know how you were saying
This
don't
doesn't look good.
drink the toxic waste?
Linnea Squad Field Report. We found no sign of the first citizen. Our scuttlecraft crash-landed due to unknown signal interference, and many of the crew are too injured to continue searching. Luckily, we landed near the healing hot springs of Oblantis. We can all soothe our wounds here. Yeoman Rowe claims their instrumentation has detected a slow and steady increase in the acidity levels. But the crew and I all agree it feels great, and I ordered Rowe to jump in with us.
This must be one of the away teams. I better tell Ames. Right to the Eucaligon. Admiral, I think I've found something.
Glorious. How are they faring?
Well, I found their uniforms, but the rest of them, I think they dissolved.
No. My crew, they're heroes. They found a glorious death in the name of the Empire, and will be immortalized in song for ages to come. Hopefully, these will be the only lives it costs. Please, hurry to the others.
I will. Rest easy, Linnea Squad.
Well, that is unfortunate. That the healing hot springs were not quite as healing and a little bit more hot than they were expecting. Oh dear. Unfortunate. Indeed. That was a mistake. I shouldn't have touched that one. That is actually the one that you want to touch last. And Ray is not happy that I fucked up. Sorry, Ray. I actually did this in the speedrun attempt as well. Okay.
Someone needs a lesson in cable management.
Ray is very pouty.
That remnant, it's familiar. Like I saw it in a dream.
I saw it in a game called Shadow of the Colossus.
One conduit closer to activating the starseed.
Critical systems offline. Repair network to resume functionality. Anomalous power sources detected. Sending location data to your multi-tool.
Here we are, the Mirror Sea.
Network Interference detected. Loading emergency services.
Can you scan for Void Runner caches in the sector?
Scanning. There are 5 unrecovered Void Runner logs in this sector. How can we help you?
I'll get you back online, Sid.
Yeah, that guy we will be taken care of eventually. But I think what I might well do, because I can hear my wife steadily yawning and getting more and more sleepy by the minute, is I will go ahead and call it here, because this is actually a really good place to stop for the time being. So we'll go ahead, call it now. Maybe I'll do more of this on Sunday, maybe not. We will see. I definitely want to stream more of this. I want to get to the end of this game, because this game fucking rules. I love it so much. But for now, I will go ahead and call it now. I'll see y'all around. Thank you very much for tuning in, and hope you had a good time. Maybe consider possibly buying this very good video game. It'll probably go on sale at some point, as all Steam games do. But no, seriously. Thanks very much for tuning in, folks. I'll see you around. Ciao.